Hey Shimmy fans, it's Magdalena Christina with BellyOmaha.com, and this is your Monday Shimmy Fix. Happy Monday! Hope your week is off to a great start. Today we're going to work on some basic maneuvers with a veil. So a veil, for those of you who don't know, is about a 3 to 4 yard piece of cloth that you'll see belly dancers maneuvering. Maybe we use it just to make a grand entrance, or maybe we have it somehow configured on our person and we dance our way out of it. However you see it, it generally is a nice just extension of what our arms can do. Like if you think about our heart, as our arms are an extension of heart energy, and so the veil is just an extension of our arms too. So a lot of times you see it used very lyrically, very airy, and just a very emotional type of performance. So one of the things that we want to do, we're going to grab the veil, kind of just like we're shaking hands with it in the crook of our hand right there. And we want to make sure that we don't make a fist. We want to just grab, kind of roll along the edges there, equal amounts draped on either side. And again, the fingers are nice and open, not in a fist. So one of the most basic things that we can do, it's really easy to overdance the veil because it's so big and out there, you want to be big with it, but you kind of have to they have their own personality, you kind of have to let them do their own thing and just keep it simple because they're going to take up some of that time and that movement and musical timing on their own. So a very simple movement we're going to do is just a veil dip. And it's just like it sounds, we're just going to dip the arm down and bring it back out. Dip the arm down and bring it back out. Dip, bring it out, dip, bring it out. And what if we did like a little just tap with the foot, just a little point, so that as I swing this arm down, I point that toe. Swing it down, point the toe. Swing it down with the toe pointed, down with the toe pointed. And so you can see even this is very just dramatic, and we're really not doing all that much. Now that being said, you'll be amazed after just a few minutes of maneuvering this very light and airy veil how worn out your arms can be. So if you're looking to build some muscle and some stamina in your arms, veil is definitely a way to do it. So the other thing we're going to do is what I call it a matador. That's just kind of my name for it. I've heard people call it a swirl or call it a swish. There's no formal name. There's no formal name. You call it what you want to. So what we're going to do, we're going to call this my right side because I'm mirroring you. So we're going to take that right and we're just going to bring it under the left and bring that left shoulder or left arm to the right shoulder and just kind of have it out to the side like you're a matador and you're taunting a bull. Okay, then just bring them both out to front. Now bring the left arm under the right hand to left shoulder, and here. So it doesn't look like much when I'm doing it in slow motion like this, right? But if I keep it going, it creates a nice little swishy maneuver of the veil. And maybe what we do with this, with our feet, is just take a little step back. So we're showing off that movement to the side, just keeping that swish of the veil going. And then if I want to keep it going and not stop at the shoulder, I can actually just make the arms follow each other. And this is what I call overhead swirl. Some people might call this, I've heard it called around the world. Again, with veil, it's a 20th century, maybe late 19th century addition to belly dance. So there's not a whole lot of formal nomenclature. It just is what it is. So that's something that you can do. You can do some footwork on top of it. If you did, let's say you did your Arabic 4, it looked really nice to do that overhead swirl on top of it. You could do a sequence with overhead swirl coming into that matador. So really the only limits are your creativity. And you might just practice doing some different things with your feet. One of the things that I notice when I have a veil and I'm maneuvering it is that it feels weird to just stand straight facing on. I've always got to, it feels right to do something kind of asymmetrical with my body. So those are just a few maneuvers with the veil. As you can imagine, there's a whole world of things that you can do with it, but in our Shimmy Fix, we just have a couple minutes, so I hope you enjoyed this. As always, these tutorials are not a substitute for classes with an instructor, and I will have a new session of my online classes happening in May. So look me up at bellyomaha.com, and until next week, happy shimmies.